You can't always tell if people are close through their conversations. If you're with someone you like, you can talk about the same thing 2 or 3 times. But if you're talking with someone you dislike, the conversation doesn't flow very well and don't know what to say. How is it when you're tuning into Heartbeat? You're not just listening because you have nothing to say, right? Anything you're struggling with and any happy news, funny stories, surprising incidents, whatever it is, I'm ready to talk about it for however long you need to. This is Kevin's Heartbeat. Now, welcome to Kevin's Heartbeat. For the first song was the Hello by Voice Republic. Today's Wednesday, June 10th, and I'm Kevin from ZEA, and I'm back here in our studio as usual. And like I said, when you look around the tables around you at a cafe, you can tell immediately if people are close, awkward, or just don't like each other. If the conversation never seems to stop, that probably means the people are really close. Well, tonight I want to talk to you all night long in the order for me to do that, I need you guys to send in your messages. Please send in a lot of messages. Don't hesitate. Now, we'll get started with today's Heartbeat, and here's how you can tune in. We've got FM stations in Jeju-do Island, 88.7 in Jeju, 88.1 in Seogwipo, 101.9 in Daejeong, and we've got terrestrial DMB as well. If you're in a Busan area, tune into EFM 90.5. You can also tune into us from New York in the US via SMBUS.com or SMB Radio. And I'd love to hear from you guys, so leave us your comments, messages, and song requests here on the Heartbeat message board at www.arirangradio.com/heartbeat. You can write your messages in any languages. The winner for Mission Impossible will be receiving a Polaroid photo of ZEA. And on part 2, David will be joining us. We are every month we are picking the Message King, so please send in a lot of good messages for us. We'll be giving you out the prize for the winner of Message King. Let's kick off today's Heartbeat with 2 songs. 반해, Into You by Chun Yo-sung, and I Love Me by Kara. Mission Impossible. Today's winner will be receiving a Polaroid photo of ZEA. Here is your first hint. Recently, this top hip-hop producer and DJ released his album titled 2 with the title track Mannequin, featuring the Benzino and Suran. Who is he? Number 1, Pry 앞머리. Number 2, Pry 대머리. Number 3, Primary. If you know the answer, post it on the Heartbeat message board at www.arirangradio.com/heartbeat. Now here is Mannequin by Primary, featured by Benzino and Suran. Second hint on Mission Impossible. This person has been wearing a cardboard box as a mask since his debut. The reason for this was because he wanted to produce music across all genres, and it's not become his trademark. Who is this artist? Number 1, Pry 앞머리. Number 2, Pry 대머리. Number 3, Primary. If you know the answer, post it on our message board at www.arirangradio.com/heartbeat. Here is Bam by Dynamic Duo, featured by Muji. Here's your last Mission Impossible hint. He wrote top songs such as Chani, featuring dynamic duo See-Through, featured by Kiko and Zanti, and even 입장 정리, featuring Cheja and Simon D, now who is a producer and DJ. Number 1, Pry 앞머리. Number 2, Pry 대머리. Number 3, Primary. If you know the answer, post it on our message board at www.arirangradio.com/hotbeat. Now here is Wari Kari by Hyogo. Here's a recap of today's Mission Impossible. Number 1 was recently this top hip-hop producer and DJ released his album titled 2 with title track Mannequin featuring Benzino and Suran. Number 2, since his debut, he's worn a cardboard box as a mask. Number 3, he wrote and produced songs like Chani, See-Through, and 입장 정리. Who is this producer and DJ? Number 1, Pry 앞머리. Number 2, Pry 대머리. Number 3, Primary. If you know the answer, post it on the Happy Message board at www.arirangradio.com/hotbeat. The winner will receive a Polaroid photo of Zell. Here is Wrapped Up by Ollie Merce, featured by Travis McCoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to listen to Uno, Dos, Tres, Cuatro. Chicas bonitas, are you ready to join? Ponte a jugar with Beats.
Black Magic by Little Mix. And let's read some of your messages. Celia Wong from China. I'm so sad that when I finish my examination week on 6th of June, I have to go back home and work as an intern as a financial office. I won't have time to listen to Hotbeat, and a leaving message on message board will be released. Please remember me, Kevin Oppa. I'm Celia from China, and I will be back in September. By the way, I want to request Someday by Zia. Hope my flight to Shanghai and my internship will be successful. Always love you, Kevin. Fighting! Elziel from Bulgaria. Hello, handsome. Last Saturday was my prom, and it was awesome. I don't know why I was that nervous. Everything was amazing. I felt like a star. So much photos, and now I understand how you feel. It is exciting and tiring at the same time. Can I request the Chinese view? Take care, Oppan. Smile more. Hitomi from Japan. Thank you to Hotbeat staff. Recently, I sent my messages and requests for my I Love Korea and What You Want. And you guys picked my message and even sang me happy birthday. Like I asked, it was the best birthday present ever to be wished. Happy birthday by Kevin and Mino. I was so happy. I actually cried. You guys really make my dreams come true. Korea and Japan are a little far apart, but I am so happy I get to communicate with Mino and Kevin. Thank you so much again. My Korean's not very good, but I'll practice more and leave you guys more messages in Korean. Here's Renji from Philippines. Good morning. I want to request the Monster X's Honestly. Yes, before I sleep. Thank you. Have a good night, everyone. All right, here's 솔직히 말할까? Honestly by Monster X, narration by Tasom, requested by Renji from Philippines, and 네가 잠든 사이에 While You're Sleeping by Halo. 솔직히 말할까? Honestly by Monster X, narration by Tasom, requested by Renji from Philippines, and 네가 잠든 사이에 While You're Sleeping by Halo. Continuing on with Megu from Japan. Hi Kevin, are you spending your busy days as well? Can I make a song request? Snow's Informer. This is an old song, but it's a song that I really, really like. I have a lot of good memories connected to this song, and it's still one of my favorites. I also wanted you to do a cover of reggae song one day. Yeah, man! I think you'd be really good. Please do one in the future. Reggae. Yeah, I love reggae. Bob Marley, huh? PJ from Japan. Hi Kevin, my song request is As Long As You Love Me by Kevin. There hasn't been a lot of live covers by Kevin these days, so I've been listening to a lot of your old ones. This is probably one of my favorites, your cover of Backstreet Boys. Doesn't really matter if you on the road. It seems like we're meant to be. Yeah, is my favorite part. Can you sing just a little bit of that for me? I did. Matthew from Guam. Wow, Guam. Hi, Kevin. I hope I'm not too late. Haven't been able to tune in for a few weeks, but finally I made it. Huge Zaz from Guam. Yeah, today's my birthday. Hoping if I could get a happy birthday would mean the world to me. Love you and all the boys. Hope you're all well. All right, here's a happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Matthew. Happy birthday to you. Dum dum. All right, happy birthday, Matthew, and hope you spend a wonderful day today. Last but not least, Wacko from Japan. Hi, Kevin. It's been really hot these days. How are you holding up with all the heat? Do you have any particular ways that you try to beat the heat? For me, I just eat a lot of ice creams. This summer, I'll make sure to eat just enough to not make me gain weight. Yes, I love ice creams, but try not to eat too much because, like you said, yes, weight. Here is Out from Mamamoo and Esna and Shake It Off, yeah, by Taylor Swift. Yes, that's right, Shake It Off, guys. Alright, that was Out by Mamamoo and Esna and Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. It's time to wrap up part 1 of Hot Beat, but I'll be back with David. Yes. But before that, here is M and D, 비아린 단계동's 하고 싶어, I wish. And I'll see you guys in the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to listen to the Hot Beat. All the sexy girls out there, are you ready to join? BET Hot Beat.
Welcome back to the second hour of Hot Beats. That was Do You Love Me by 21. And let me tell you again how you can tune in. We've got FM stations in Jeju Island, 88.7 in Jeju, 88.1 in Sugipo, 101.9 in Daejeon, and we've got terrestrial DMB as well. If you got a smartphone, just search for Arirang Radio in your app store. It's a free app. You can listen to our program on the move and leave your comments through the smartphone Arirang Radio app. Also, you can listen to Arirang Radio through TuneIn. It's an online radio service site with 40 million users worldwide. You can download TuneIn through Google Play or the App Store. And I'd love to hear from you guys, so leave us your comments, messages, and song requests here on the Happy Message board at www.arirangradio.com/hotbeat. You can write your messages in any languages. All right, now we will start with some songs for you. Sky Full of Stars. Oh, this is actually my favorite song. What a song from Coldplay and 청춘 연가. Green Nocturne by No. A special concerting service just for you, together with David. Pray for you. Yes, it's time to talk about your love life and about those concerns you could never tell anyone else. It's Pray for You, and we are here with David. Yay! Yeah, so I know, this virus in Korea, MERS, right?
Oh, don't get me started.
It's going on viral, and I hope everyone who are in Korea right now, you guys be careful.
Be careful.
I can see that. Can you have a mask?
My mask next to me because it's you can never be too careful with these kind of things.
Okay.
Because it's the same as it's a virus, so there's no cure, and it's very easily contracted from someone else if you come in contact with them. So it's definitely something that I feel like everyone should be on the lookout for.
You got to be careful because before this, we
had the
Ebola.
Oh, there was Ebola, SARS, H1, the flu, the
flu.
H1. Yeah.
And, it was going around all over the world, and I hope you guys just be safe wherever you go, wherever you at. Just try to stay away from the, and try to keep that, instructions, safety instructions. Just try to follow that. Have your mask on. And also wherever you go, the most important thing is wash your hands.
Oh,
right. That's the first.
That's the funny thing that I see in all of these instructions. Like they say, wash your hands
Yeah.
very often
Uh-huh.
wherever you go, whenever you go to the bathroom. But then I'm thinking in the back of my head, isn't that what everyone should be doing in the first place?
In the first place,
So
yes.
if you're not doing that, you should get started. Now is a good
started
time
right
to
now,
start. It's a good habit to have, and it prevents a lot of unnecessary diseases
That's
and
right.
cold viruses that you could possibly get.
That's
So-
right. And also, those of you who are suffering from like, yellow dust,
Ooh, yeah.
it's, I know it's going here
Mm-hmm.
and there, but the most important thing is just to keep clean. All right?
Yes, the
It's
world
yourself.
is becoming a very
Yeah, I know. So how's your week? How's your, any, special news? Any updates?
let's see. Well, I don't know. Recently, I feel like I'm trying to make a trip to
Okay.
America,
Oh.
and because I'm getting excited about it, maybe a
Alright.
bit too excited about it on my own.
Uh-huh.
So I'm starting to like kind of re-invite a
Yeah.
lot of the customs and
Customs?
trends that were going on
Okay.
when I was in America and bringing them back here, right? So I've been trying to like get into that American mood.
American mood.
So I remember last week, this past week,
Yep.
I had a fondue party.
What's that? A fondue party.
Fondue,
Oh.
you know, fondue for
Like
two.
you just dip like fruits.
Yeah,
and-
or in this case, it was a cheese fondue. Where I got some, some brie cheese and
Nice,
a couple of different
nice.
types of cheese, and then you
just
get a melting pot,
Yep.
get some vegetables, get some crackers, some
Uh-huh.
bread, some baguettes, and then you dip it in.
Oh my gosh.
It was marvelous.
I had cheeses last night,
Uh-huh.
and I had I had some brie. I had some Parmesan.
Yes.
Cheddar cheese.
Oh gosh.
What else? The cream cheese with like. Oh my gosh! I want those because I love cheese.
Oh, you like cheese?
yeah. So, are you a cheese
I'm.
fan?
Yes, I like cheese. I love cheese, of course. But I find it's a bit of a delicacy in Korea,
Yeah,
if you know what I
true.
mean. It's pretty expensive.
It is expensive.
Even at like the convenience store
Yeah.
or the marts that you go to, even if they're huge marts,
Uh huh.
it's expensive and they don't have a huge ton of variety. So then I find it hard to kind of fulfill my cheese cravings that I, get from occasion to
When I was
occasion.
in Australia, probably in the States too, but they have like actual cheese shop, right?
Oh,
They
yeah, yeah,
sell,
yes,
like,
they do.
all different types of cheeses, and like what I do when I was in like Australia, I get a lot of like bunch of cheese, and like get some crackers.
Cheese and crackers.
And also, you need this. You need this if you want like canapes.
Canapé?
Canapé.
Oh, the
The cracker with like cheese. And
Yeah,
you put,
yes,
like,
yes,
It
yes,
doesn't
yes.
have to be cheese. You can put like all different sorts of things on it, and you just eat it with like wine
Yes,
or whatever.
yes.
Yeah, one of my recipe for that with
Mm-hmm.
cheese and crackers, you need the egg.
the egg?
It's a tiny caviar.
Caviar,
There
fish
you go.
eggs.
Yes, yes, caviar.
Caviar.
I know they're pretty expensive here in Korea, but I don't know, I don't know exact price here, but you can. But it's really hard to find those here in Korea.
Yeah,
right?
the funny thing is,
Yeah.
like, I still don't know what the taste of caviar exactly is. I eat it whenever it's in my food, and like I'm like, oh, caviar, like I feel fancy schmancy.
Yeah.
But then after I eat it, like I can't. If someone gave me a taste, I couldn't tell them this tastes like caviar. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
I see,
don't
I
know
see.
what caviar really tastes like. So like that's one of the things that I feel like I still haven't yet, maybe it hasn't broken into my taste buds
Okay.
because a lot of foods I'm realizing I'm starting to learn the
tastes?
Yeah, the more those more delicate tastes.
Delicate
I'm
tastes,
learning
yes.
them as I get older. Like, and when I was young, I never knew what it tasted like. And I'm like, ew, I would have told to eat this. But as I get older, I'm starting
Yeah.
to appreciate those things. So I really hope caviar might be one of those things
Yeah.
because I'm so curious because people who like caviar,
There you
they're
go.
like crazy over
They're
caviar.
crazy over there.
And
yeah.
it's expensive,
It is
right?
expensive. I think it's expensive here in Korea, but
Ah.
well, obviously there are different types of caviars, but I'm saying like not the expensive ones. You can get like in the market like nearby your.
Oh yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yes. You can get the
But I don't know if they sell here in Korea. But yeah, anyways. Well, there is like I said, there's expensive ones and there's like
Yes.
cheap ones. But I get always like cheap ones and just eat it with crackers. And also one more before we continue with our message. This is one more news for you guys.
What is it?
Who missed our last week's my music diary
Oh.
segment? We had never felt. Love Never Felt So Good. We covered that song with
Yes, we did.
David, Minu, and I.
Uh-huh.
We actually pre-recorded it.
Yes, we
And we wanted to show you guys, you know, just for, I don't know, maybe just for the new season of Heartbeat and, you know, the radio. I just want to make season it, like, top it.
Season
with,
it,
Yeah, season
season
it
it.
with, like, you know, new stuff. Originally done by Michael Jackson, but we covered it. So, I know few of our fans, like, they wanted Tina on the cover, but she was busy with her schedule, so
Always busy,
Please, always
always busy.
But maybe next time, you know,
yeah, I
we'll
hope
do
so.
another cover together. Yeah.
we left the blank spot for
Yeah,
her, right?
yeah.
We left the blank spot
Yeah.
for Tina, and unfortunately she wasn't able to do it.
No.
But I had a lot of fun recording it.
Yes, me too.
It was very fun.
And it was like new experience for
Uh-huh.
us too, you know,
Yeah.
collaborate, you know. So maybe, you know, maybe we'll do another cover
I hope so.
for you guys. All right, so let's continue with our messages. Azia from Bulgaria. Hello, handsome oppas. How have you been, oppa? Enjoying your summer? David oppa, your SNS makes me so hungry. And by the way, you shared such beautiful photos. Thank you. Can I ask you to sing a line or two from one of your recent covers on Let's Stay Together? I love this song, and your cover is just amazing. Thank you in advance. Heartbeat Fighting. All right, so
Do you know this song?
what's
By Al Green?
By who? Al Green. I know Al Green, but
I'm so in love with you.
yeah.
So let's stay together. Do you know this song? It's a very old R&B song.
Isn't Al Green is from?
Al Green.
He done the Forget You.
Oh no, that's CeeLo. That's CeeLo.
Oh, that's a totally different.
CeeLo. That's
I was
about-
thinking about the
yeah.
But okay.
old artist.
Oh.
It's a classic. It's one of my favorite like old R&B songs. Oh gosh.
Having said that,
So
why don't
smooth.
we cover the Forget You?
Oh, that's a good song.
Yeah, I love that song.
the chains in my pocket.
Yeah, we should think of doing that. All right, next.
Next one is from Kinga from Poland.
All
She
right.
said, David saying that he would also visit Poland if he would go to Europe trip
All right.
made my day. Some artists, when they come to Europe, omit Poland, and I have no idea why. Why? It's a beautiful country with awesome food.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, you had me at awesome food. David,
Yeah.
you also have many fans here. The same for Kevin and Zaya. Actually, we are all waiting for your comeback here, so I hope that if you actually come to Europe, you will also visit my country. Greetings with a
Okay.
heart.
So basically, we've never been to Poland before. You
Nope, never.
right?
I haven't
So-
been to Europe yet.
Me either.
Really?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
What?
No, I never. But like I always say this to you guys, you know, I really want to visit Europe, like every single country.
Right? If
Yep.
you're gonna go, you might as well go, get the whole package, right?
Exactly. Not like just in France or just in German or German. I just want to travel all around the world. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But Europe is my,
Top destination place right
top
now.
destination.
'Cause, I mean, you've been to most other countries though, so.
Well, yeah, but
yeah. I guess
but-
I've been to about 100 countries.
No. I
I guess the
didn't
only
even-
place left to go is Europe now.
I mean, I couldn't even like visit like every I don't know, should I say, like I never been to Africa. I never been to
okay.
Russia. Oh, that's anyways. But I don't mean like because like every time I go
Yeah.
to like the country that I've never been, it's always work. You
It's
know what
always
I mean?
for work.
Hotel,
Yeah.
the concert halls.
And you don't have much
and-
time to explore
No.
and like.
So, but maybe next time.
Yeah.
Without any like business or any work, just I just want to throw myself out there.
Yeah.
Just- play and enjoy my
Do
time.
it when you're young, before you have kids. You know, I
Okay.
mean, it's a good time.
All
Good
right.
time for us.
So let's get started with the messages. Here is Jae Han from Korea.
Jae-han.
I'm a college student studying abroad right now. I got really close one of the TAs, teachers' assistants, in my classes, and we started to develop feelings for each other recently. But he is early 40s and is about 20 years older than me. He's
Wow.
also American, but he's the closest to my ideal type. Oh. And our conversations flow really well. My Korean friends say I'm crazy, and are asking me why I'm dating someone so old. My parents will probably say the same thing, right? I am going back to Korea soon, and I just know my parents will be against this relationship. Should I just give it up or end it here? You know what?
Okay, so she's studying abroad, and she. Oh wow!
Have you ever had a feelings for teachers?
Of course,
Like,
of course. Who hasn't?
who hasn't?
Since elementary school.
Elementary
I've been
school.
crushing on teachers all the time.
Okay.
All the time.
All the time, huh? Especially in what subject? Like,
Okay.
mathematics, science, English?
I'm gonna say the funny thing is
All right.
most teachers. I'm gonna say on average, the most teachers that I've had a crush on
All right.
were usually reading teachers.
Reading teachers.
And
What do you mean by
reading
teachers?
English. Yes. So reading is probably more for grade school, elementary school, but like I remember a lot of the teachers that I crushed on were usually teaching English in one way or another. Yeah.
You know, I had this little. It's not like a love feeling, but I'm just saying like, I respect like all the teachers, but especially music teacher that I had. She was really
Oh, a
old. She was
music
like
teacher.
she was
Really
like-
old.
Yeah, she was.
I'm
really,
thinking like 70, 80
no,
years
no,
old.
not that old, but like around like 50s.
Ooh,
She's around
50s.
And I was
Uh-huh.
I was like 15 then, like 16. I mean,
Yes.
14, 15.
Uh-huh.
And the reason that I liked her
Uh-huh.
was, her attitude
Uh-huh.
and her what can I say? Her thoughts.
Her thoughts.
And I could say maybe she's my mentor for my music and stuff.
Oh,
But,
okay.
that way, not like a loving,
Okay,
like,
okay.
She was beautiful, and she was really, and she had kids, I don't mean, but I'm saying like
All the
maybe in the
better.
future,
Just kidding. All the better.
no, like maybe in the future, this is a thought that I had in mind was, okay, maybe in the future if I get, if I have to marry somebody, but if I have to, then I would like to marry someone like her. You know what I mean? Because she was really like nice and kind to students. So that's why all the students, like, you know how like in a class we try to like talk and we don't concentrate on lessons. you know?
Yeah.
But whenever we had the class, her class,
okay,
we
okay.
always like concentrate.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, she must have been a good teacher.
Good
then.
teacher, yeah.
Yeah, that takes a lot of
Effort and
effort and a lot of charisma, or
yeah.
some kind of charisma to keep the kids.
So what do you think
tuned
about
in.
the international marriage,
Okay, well, here's the thing.
interracial marriage?
Interracial marriage. If that's the way that if that's who you happen to fall in love with,
국제결혼.
yeah,
Yeah.
why not? But granted that you do have to take into consideration all of the hardships that you
Hardships?
possibly might have to go through,
Okay.
because it isn't really it's not a completely happy world right now. There are a lot of still a lot of prejudices. There
Yeah,
are still
true.
a lot of people who aren't as open-minded, and we're still in an era we don't live in a perfect world.
Okay.
So granted, giving that, it is going to be harder.
All right.
And there is going to be a lot of different efforts that are going to have to be not only on your part and her part, but also in the parents' part, in your friends' part, in society's part. And those are all things that you have to weigh in before you jump into, making the big decision.
So while you're saying that, I had this one question that in mind. I will. Okay, I'll ask you. All right. So since we're talking about the interracial marriage,
Okay.
have you ever thought of like marrying like white girls, for instance? Am I not like? Don't get me wrong,
Okay,
guys.
yeah,
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not being like racist or anything. I'm just saying like, blondes.
Yeah. Okay. For me,
Yes.
Yeah. I definitely that. If
For
any,
example,
I have
yeah.
a weak spot for blondes, and
Well, what is that?
I have a weak spot. So I have a soft spot.
Okay.
So a lot of the girls that I've had a crush on,
Okay.
very big crushes,
Uh-huh.
have happened to be blonde when I
Wow.
lived back in Ohio, right?
yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
however,
Uh-huh.
I think when you're younger, you don't really think about those kind of things until you're like way older.
Way older, huh?
Yeah. If anything, I don't think I should even be thinking too much about that.
Hmm.
But later when you're actually, you have the pressure of getting married, I feel like that's when those questions start popping up. But when you're young, you're just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I date who I want. It's a free world.
I had this one experience when I was in when I was like 14. This neighbor, she was like around my same age, but she went to like different school,
different
obviously,
school.
because our school is boys' school.
Yeah.
And like we were on the same bus on the way to
Oh,
school,
really? Okay.
because it's like the same direction.
You didn't have school buses.
No,
Okay,
it's just the local bus, and when we
yeah.
we wait there and like
Ooh, yeah.
she
okay.
was I can still remember her face.
Uh-huh.
I was into her, like and but I was really shy and I couldn't like.
Did you talk to her?
No,
No?
I couldn't.
You
Like,
rode the same bus and you never...
every single day.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And because she was around my age and she lived like really close. She was my neighbor and like
Yeah.
those feelings you really want to just go for it, but it's you're being too careful for yourself. You're like
Yeah.
very, I don't know, because of the embarrassment and maybe I thought too much. But if I ask her a question, if she rejects me, all this
Yes.
things, and I was so scared.
I guess in a way,
maybe.
if I was in that situation,
Yeah.
the reason I probably wouldn't have asked her would have been like, oh, what if she rejects me and I have to see her every day on the
exactly,
bus, right?
exactly, yeah.
Because I was about to say, before that, I was going to say, well, you're not friends with her, so you might as well just ask her because you have nothing to lose. But then I was like, oh, you're going to bump into her every single day.
Every single day, yeah. Then that would be weird.
That would be weird.
If she goes, maybe if I ask her, like, hey, what's your name? And like, yeah,
Yeah.
what school do you go to? We're neighbors, so I just want to be close, like friends with
Oh,
you.
gosh.
If she'd say, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If she rejects like that, then I mean, wow. I mean, rest of my school life will be really hard for me. You know what I mean?
You know what?
It'd be weird.
If I remember anything from those young ages, I remember there was no better feeling for me than to get my crush
Okay.
like out into public.
All right.
And then when your friends will be like, oh, you like this girl, blah, 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 and then they start making fun of you, and then word somehow gets around, and then it gets to her ear. And as long as she's not like, ugh.
Yeah,
But a lot of the
yeah.
times, the girls would be like, oh, you have a crush on me. And then they kind of poke fun at you too.
Yeah, true.
But then when your crush pokes fun at you, like, I don't know why, but I just had this like, it was like this incredible feeling. Yeah, like, I don't know why. Man, it was probably my hormones raging back then, but like, I used to love it when I actually accidentally, not on purpose, got it out there. I don't know. It was one of my things.
And like for me now, like I don't have any like judging mind about interracial marriage or interracial relationship. It's because I'm very open-minded. Like, but for marriage, I would say one thing. Because we live in a different culture.
Yes.
And we've been living different culture in different places. So probably the most problem would get is a cultural difference.
Cultural differences, that's
if you
where
could,
it
if you could
clashes.
understand, the culture,
Yes.
like each other, then I think marriage, you can just, I think there's no problem with that. You know what I mean?
It's just as I said, it's going to take a lot of preparation. So
Yeah.
I mean, but in our conversation seems to be going in the direction that she should probably at least try, right? I mean, that's what we did. When
true.
I feel like you have to give it a shot. What do you have to lose? And
Exactly.
if things go very well, Why
All right.
not?
Why not?
But don't make assumptions and be like, oh, well, I'm probably not going to marry this person, so I might as well not even start. I feel like that's kind of...
So you won't say no to this,
I want her to go for it.
Han, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Jaehan.
Jaehan, yes.
Jaehan.
Yes.
Even though he is 20 years older,
Mhm.
I feel like,
Yep.
you're young.
You're young, and
You're
you
young.
still have a lot of time to think,
Uh-huh.
and still a lot of time to
Mm-hmm.
adjust things and understand things. So
And about your parents' situation really quick, you don't have to tell them.
you don't have to tell them. Just be secret.
We keep a lot of secrets
Yeah.
from our parents,
Uh-huh.
and I'm assuming that all of our listeners do
Yep.
too. So, yeah,
Yeah. You don't think too much. Don't think too much.
don't
okay?
worry about it, Lit.
All right. So here's one song for you. Put Your Records On by
David.
You've just heard "Put Your Records On" by David, and I was asking, where did you record this? And then she's
But this one is from the what is it? From
studio?
when I recorded here.
oh, yeah, you like here.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so
So I think they took the live version,
live
right?
version of it.
Yeah. I was listening to because I recorded this. This was one of my first covers that I actually ever did when I came to Korea, and it was one of the songs that I actually went around from place to place and actually auditioned
Wow.
with. And this was one of my because I feel like this was one of my songs that brought out a lot of my true
lot of-
colors, and I remember recording this like at home, like every single day, trying to get it perfect, and then like and so it's one of my go-to songs, and it's one of my songs that I actually sing at some of my fan meetings, and
You should do a lot of
I
covers
sang it here as well.
Covers here because our fans are waiting for your covers. So yeah.
yes.
If you're okay, just we are always open for your
for new
so
covers.
new covers. All right, let's read our second message. Miyuko from Japan. Whenever I drink alcohol, I started because I will read the second one because
Okay.
our 19 plus R-rated message is waiting for you, David. I think this is just only for you. All right, so let's keep going on. I started talking back, crying, and even criticizing my seniors.
Oh.
I've said a lot of things I shouldn't have, but I love drinking and alcohol, and because I usually go hard when I drink. When I do drink, it's hard for me to stop myself after a certain point. The problem is we're having dinner and drinks soon at work. Should I just not drink anything, or should I just drink alcohol because I like it? Is there anywhere I can drink without making any mistakes and causing problems? Kevin, I know you like alcohol. I want your advice.
Wow.
Well, I do love alcohol. I do drink, and I do enjoy the environment of with friends.
yes.
And because I love those, conversations, but I don't make I don't try not I'm trying not to break my certain point. where
yes,
I get
yes.
I do
knowing
my,
your limits.
Yeah,
You know your limits,
yeah,
basically.
I do, and
yeah.
normally if the few mistakes that I've done, I don't make any mistakes usually, but. When I was with our members,
Yes.
and with Kwangi, for instance,
Ooh,
actually he
okay.
told this to our fans before in our fan meeting, but I went over my certain
And
level,
what happened?
and he told me that I threw something I throw away all the food.
Oh, you throw away all the food? How dare you?
into the toilet.
Oh, what?
I don't know, and then it got stuck, and the
Oh,
water
that
couldn't go down, and
That sounds like a mess.
yeah, it was a huge mess. But
In the toilet, what were you thinking?
I don't know,
You don't know what you were thinking?
no, but that was the one,
The one time
thing.
you let
Yeah.
loose and
And he said I cleaned every table.
you cleaned every table. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good habit.
That's a good habit.
That's a very good habit.
yeah. That was my last time.
Last time.
Yeah, one and only experience, I should say. Yeah.
Wow.
So, what about you? Do you have any?
Well, okay. The first
drinking
time
habits?
I drank alcohol, because when I came to Korea, that was the first time I became of age to drink.
Okay.
So then, I was excited.
All right.
But then I had no idea what what was going to happen. And I used to work at, what is it, a broadcasting station.
Okay.
And I used to, work as an FD,
Yep,
floor
yep.
director. And there's this person called Classic Quiet, a band.
Oh yeah, I know.
Do you know
yeah,
Classic
I know.
Quiet?
Yeah,
And
Classic Quiet,
there's this 선배님 called Horan 선배님.
yeah.
And
Oh, she's amazing. She has
she's
amazing
amazing voice. She has a band. I believe it's called Ibari.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
She was.
I love the music.
We had her on our show,
Yeah.
and after we all went out for the tipuri, the drinks.
Drinks, yes.
And we were having the after party, and first time I didn't know how to drink, and one of the guitarists kept giving me drinks. She's like, "You're the youngest here. How can you not drink?" Believe me, I don't know my limits,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna warn you. I feel like I'm gonna throw up everywhere if you give me these drinks. And he's like, okay. Since it's your first time, only drink half shot. So she's like, so that means you don't have to drink the whole thing at once. Drink the half thing at once.
Yeah.
I drank it, and immediately I knew something was wrong because it tasted like soju.
Okay, but it was soju, right?
It was mixed. I thought it was beer.
Okay.
And then the moment I drank it, blood rushed up.
Oh my
and then
gosh.
I was all like, oh. And then all of a sudden, I started to ask Horan 선배님 some uncomfortable things.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, what do you think about me? I'm
Really?
like, yes. And I started asking her, I'm like, she's like, oh, you're a baby. I'm like, I'm not a baby. She's like, why can't you look at me like a man?
Oh
and
my
then like, she
gosh.
was like, I'm getting a little bit uncomfortable here. And the worst part was I tried to call her 선배님.
Okay.
But then I ended up calling her 사모님.
Samoни, oh my god.
I was really like, but you're my 사모님. And then I was like, oh, that didn't come out right. I tried to say 선배님 as a musician, and
You know what, guys? If drinking is okay. Okay, the thing is, when you drink, know your limits.
yes,
And please, if you think you're like close enough to make mistakes,
Oh, yeah.
try to not to drink and try to avoid drinks. There are a lot of tips, techniques
Yes.
for avoiding drinks. And we cannot tell you like every single thing here, but yeah, because of the time, because we need to continue
Yes.
to our next message. So, but ask your friends; they'll probably tell you how to avoid drinks, and also avoid some of like places.
yeah.
Yeah,
And the good thing for me is I didn't make the same mistake ever again. And I feel like you should, if you're gonna drink and let loose, you should do it with people who already know how you do. So you have people to look after your back, but never do that in front of people that you've met for the first time.
met for the first
or you
time.
might do something that I did.
Okay, so here is one last message, but it's 19 plus already. Concern time. Here's a message from Ella from Singapore. Yeah, music.
So this one is from Ella from Singapore. I have a boyfriend. I'm kind of the girl who thinks that emotional and physical love are both equally important. But my boyfriend is all about the emotional kind of love and ignores the physical part.
Yeah.
He doesn't even kiss me. The extent of our physical relationship is just holding hands. At first, I thought he just wasn't into me, but it ends up he just doesn't really think that being physical is important.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to match myself to him and just be patient, but it's really, really hard for me.
Oh.
Should we break up?
Yeah. Okay. So I guess this boyfriend.
This is so interesting because I always feel like it's the guy's end that usually have this kind of frustration.
Yes.
But it seems like our listeners have a lot of, those kind of needs, right?
Yeah,
And it really gets me to thinking that, what girls really think, because we always think of these girls as very tame and very controlled, and we wouldn't think of them to have that much of a drive to actually.
Yes, exactly.
But, all these messages that come in that they make me think otherwise.
Since you're like, while you're, reading this message, I was thinking this question. Can you just do a platonic love relationship? No physical at all. Yeah.
Granted, it is very important, and granted, if I had to choose, I would choose the emotional connection rather than just a physical connection because, that's what lasts. But I don't know, like I don't think that's okay.
I don't think it's possible for me.
Okay.
I don't think it's just without any physical relationship. I don't think these
unless someone takes it away physically. Unless someone takes it away literally physically from me,
okay.
I don't think I could be able to do it.
Yeah, because we're guys,
Yeah.
I mean, like we love to contact. We love to do a skinships. I don't know. I think that's the normal person, right? I think that's the normal love relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just platonic love relationship. I don't know. Maybe I think that's for me. I think it'll be hard for me to continue that relationship.
Yeah.
So
that's the same with me, and I don't think we're speaking only for ourselves either. So
all right. So David, which message was most memorable message for you
today? I'm going to say the first one.
The first one.
The first one was one
Jaehan.
about the crush, right?
I'll go for Miyuko from Japan, and yeah, I'm down for that. If you're drinking, if you love drinking, just go for it. So here's one last song before we end our segment. Here's "Touch" by Anda, and we'll be back with "What You Want." What do you want to hear right now? What would you like me to say? I'm here for you. What you want? Today's request comes from Mitsuru from Japan. At last, the birthday, when I was waiting all the time for 1 year came, June 9th is my birthday.
Ooh, happy
Kevin,
birthday.
I have a request song. Please sing the love song that you like for me. And please say a heartfelt message to me. Please say my name, Mitsuru, many times. If this wish comes true, I can be really happy for a while. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mitsuru. Happy birthday to you. Yes, happy birthday, Mitsuru, 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 Mitsuru.
And she's requesting a love song. What's your favorite love song?
Love song. All you need is love.
Ooh.
All you need is love. Oh yeah, that's as far as I know. Yeah, that's. I forgot the lyrics. So I was like, oh, okay, what's the? Anyways, happy birthday, Mitsuru, and I hope you have a wonderful day today. And the answer for today's quiz is number 3, primary. The winner will be announced after the show. So go and check it out. Now it's time to close out Happy for Wednesday, June 10th. Here's one last song from Cross Gene. 나하고 놀자. Play with me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you next week, guys.
See you next week.
All right, see you guys. Bye.